Yeah. I need to get my life in order. I say I don't have any ambition, and that might be true in terms of like big goals that I'm obsessing over. But there is, well, the truth is that I am lying. Look, I've got ambitions. To me, ambitions are obsessions that you work towards. You're obsessed with this one thing that you are like. Your whole life revolves around it. And I've got a bunch of those. I mean, if you were to look at my behavior, you'd think, okay, his biggest ambition is being entertained in life. Okay, his biggest ambition is being one of the top students in university. But the truth is, hey man, I didn't want ambitions, because they are what do you call them? Obsessive. And yet I became obsessive. And so the problem of obsession does not lie in an ambition. The problem of obsession probably just lies in not believing you're doing enough, not believing that your lifestyle is worth it, and then so you're obsessive with something because it fills the void, and it does fill the void. There are things that fill the void. Okay, it's not like it's there forever. Anyway, so I've got to get my life in order. That doesn't mean I have ambition. It just means I am. I don't know. I just don't want to live like this, I guess. I don't. The thing about motivation is you only tap into it once you decide to. Sometimes you can feel it underneath the surface. Like if I decided to do this thing, I would continually do it because I have this motivation to be this certain way. I feel that now, but I'm deciding not to pursue a better lifestyle for myself in the moment, in the current. Not necessarily. I'm not trying to get a better lifestyle in the future. I mean, there are things I can do now that will really help me out, and I'm deciding not to pursue them because I feel like if I treat myself well or treat my life well, then that means I need to have an ambition. And ambitions do not serve me very well in the past. They haven't served me. They've really pushed me to the brink. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I've got to get my life in order. I can't live like this any longer. I just can't. Hey, you see, I'm eating slop. Yeah, it's my breakfast. Anyway, let's get the life in order. There was a period where I did this. I was on drugs, medical, medicine that helped me just for a temporary time. And it's not gonna help you forever, especially if you have a normal head, normal brain. But it put me onto these systems of behavior that were very good for me. You know what I did? I ran twice a week. I journaled nightly. I did breathing exercises before I went to bed. But the thing is, I guess the routine just doesn't work. Like it's too much routine. Also, for that period of time, I had gone off of any social media at all. I mean, there's not much for me to get off of except YouTube. It's still a bit tough. But I went off of it. And what I got to realize was the value of entertainment. If you do not entertain yourself, your stores of passion are not replenished. Okay? The way I see it in life, I don't know anything about neurochemistry, or not much at least, about dopamine and all this, but when you run low on dopamine, adrenaline kicks in to compensate, and then you run out of adrenaline, and then you crash and you burnt out. That seems to be what happens. So I don't want to go into overdrive and change my life too much, because I will crash. I tried that when I was medicated, and what happened is I was on such a high level of emotion, expression, passion, and I just crashed one day. Done. So yeah, man. Getting my life in order is not about changing it completely, I guess, but it's not about the passion. It's not about the obsession. It's not even about the routine anymore, because that's not gonna last. It ends. But it's about recognizing that I'm falling apart and getting back on without an excuse. Because I realized for my motivation, I was looking for an excuse, a valid excuse, an excuse that I can sit behind. I'll never have an excuse for the things I do. Like, you can't find anything that is objective. You just can't. We live in worlds of frivolous make-believe, But that's our world. What can I say, buddy? Alright, that's the end of the video. Practically just wanted to talk about the way I'm feeling and my unformed thoughts, yeah? So that I can do things a bit better. Make sense of it. Instead of letting go of these thoughts because of the feelings I feel in the coming day. I'm gonna feel something else, and then these things will just go away. No, they've got to be addressed right now. So last thing I'm gonna do, get a little journal. Speaking about it brings it to reality. It brings it to life. And journaling, what does it do? Congregates it, synchronizes it. It puts it on paper. And organizes it, what I'm saying. Makes something complicated and frivolous and superfluous and whatever you want to call it, concrete. Makes something continuous a little less, it's a little more discreet. So this is a journal I got from the CEO. I was working at business last year. Big story there, but it's fine. Don't waste a good crisis. This is her notes for herself, and she just gave me this book. Don't waste a good crisis. The way we currently wanting is causing anxiety and stress. Transform 2025. Rewrite the playing field. Our mind knows fuck all. Our body holds the truth. And your body says no. Okay. Playing off that, that's right. What does it say? Your mind knows fuck all, it means it knows nothing. And your body holds the truth. Wow. In my journal here, I have just been yapping about my life, and it was good. It was good. Just to, I don't know, it helped me sleep a bit, but only because it gave me structure before bedtime. Your mind knows fuck all. Your body knows the truth. So if you have good control over your body with your mind, That'll be a bit complicated to see. But what I'm getting here is that, currently my life is unsustainable. But my mind is saying it's fine. Okay, that's what's happening to me. Body, however, what's my body saying? Body has no choice in the matter. He has to just sit and watch, But if I have to think of this on a more climatized level, what's the climate of my body feel like? It's sick. Now, if you have to think, if you get like trauma or something, and then you have these reactions to certain things happening, or triggered, if you get triggered, you can consider your body to be saying no, okay? So a trigger, body says no. In my case, I guess this would be different lifestyle changes. When I crash out, when I burn, that's my body saying no. Whatever you're doing, it's enough. I will default to this wrong side. And obviously, for me personally, with this obsessive personality, I don't just obsess over anything good. I'll obsess over something bad. And then it's take it to an extreme where I crash again. Okay, you can crash with anything. But so my body's saying no. I don't know how applicable that is to me. But I must listen to my body because it knows the truth. Right? And so if it knows the truth, then it knows how I feel. Okay. Truly. And so my mind saying it's fine, that means that when my mind says it's fine, I must check in with my body too. Do I feel fine? Am I sick or not? And then this body must somehow affect the mind again when it thinks that it's fine. This is complicated and stupid. Maybe I'm thinking of the mind as a big hole when it's segmented, It's not actually a big hole. This video will end itself in a couple seconds. So if we have the mind, you're going to take as sections. You have a section of the conscious and unconscious. And then we have the, body conscious. So if we have these three sections of the mind, per se, the body conscious must affect the unconscious so that it feels different, and that must affect the conscious. So that then that can affect the body, and then the body can affect the body conscious. Okay.